Have you ever felt like the world was against you? Like everything you've worked for is falling apart, and the dreams that once fueled your hopes now seem impossible? What if I told you that there's a story from the Bible that shows how even in the darkest moments, destiny is still at work, shaping your future in ways you can't yet see? This is the story of Joseph, a young man with dreams that seemed out of reach, dreams that not only defined his destiny, but also changed the course of history. Joseph's journey wasn't easy, but it's a testament to what happens when you hold on to your vision, even when everything around you is crumbling. Hi, I'm God's servant, and in this video, we're diving into one of the most compelling stories in the Bible. Joseph's dreams are more than just a narrative of perseverance. They are a story of faith, betrayal, and the unshakable truth that your destiny is never out of reach, no matter the obstacles you face. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why Joseph's story is so much more than ancient history. It is a powerful lesson that can change your perspective on your own life and your own journey. Joseph's story begins in the book of Genesis, where we meet him as the 11th of 12 sons of Jacob. From the very beginning, Joseph was different. He was his father's favorite, and that caused tension within the family. Jacob gave Joseph a richly ornamented coat, a symbol of favor that stirred jealousy in his brothers. But that wasn't the only thing that set Joseph apart. One night, Joseph had a dream. It was a simple dream, but its implications were world-altering. In the dream, he and his brothers were binding sheaves of grain in the field, and suddenly, his sheaf rose up while his brothers' sheaves gathered around and bowed down to his. The meaning was clear: his brothers would one day bow before him. Now, imagine being Joseph in that moment. You've had a dream that seems too far-fetched, too bold, to ever come true. You're not just some insignificant person. Your destiny is bigger than you could have imagined. So what do? Do you keep it to yourself? Or do you share it with the very people who already resent you? Joseph did the unthinkable. He shared his dream. And that's when the trouble started. Joseph's brothers were furious. How dare he, the youngest, claim that they would one day bow to him? They were so consumed with jealousy and anger that they plotted to kill him. But God's plan for Joseph wasn't going to be stopped that easily. Instead of murder, they threw Joseph into a pit. As he sat there, powerless, betrayed by the very people who should have protected him, Joseph must have wondered if his dream was ever going to come true. Was it all a fantasy? A cruel joke? But just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a caravan of traders came by. His brothers decided to sell him into slavery, and Joseph was taken to Egypt. The dream, it seemed, was slipping farther and farther away. Joseph's journey was only just beginning. In Egypt, he was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. At first, things seemed to improve. Joseph worked hard and gained Potiphar's trust, but then he was falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit and thrown into prison. Now, in prison, Joseph had every reason to give up. He was a young man, far from home, sold into slavery, and now imprisoned for something he didn't do. Yet, even in prison, Joseph continued to excel. His integrity and his unwavering faith in God earned him favor with the prison warden. The dream that once seemed so bright now felt more distant than ever, but Joseph never lost sight of it. This is where Joseph's story hits home for us. How many times have we faced setbacks, disappointments, and even betrayals? How many times have we wondered if our dreams were just illusions? Joseph's story teaches us a crucial lesson. Perseverance isn't just about continuing when things are easy. It's about holding on to your vision when everything is falling apart. Then, everything changed. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had a troubling dream that no one could interpret. Joseph, who had proven himself to have the gift of interpreting dreams, was called upon. He revealed the meaning of Pharaoh's dream. Egypt would experience 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. He advised Pharaoh to store up grain during the years of plenty to prepare for the famine. Pharaoh was so impressed by Joseph's wisdom and his unwavering faith in God that he promoted him to second in command over all of Egypt. From a prisoner in a foreign land to the second most powerful man in the world, Joseph's dream was no longer a distant fantasy. It was a reality. But the story doesn't end there. During the famine, Joseph's brothers, unaware of his rise to power, came to Egypt seeking food. It was in this moment that Joseph's dream was fully realized. His brothers, who had once hated him, now stood before him, bowing down, just as his dream had foretold. This was a moment of reckoning for Joseph and for his brothers. Joseph could have chosen to take revenge, to make them suffer for their betrayal. But instead, he forgave them. He understood that it was not them who had brought him to this moment, it was God. In the end, Joseph saw the bigger picture. What they intended for evil, God had used for good. Joseph's story isn't just one of dreams and destiny. It's a roadmap for how to navigate the trials of life and hold on to your purpose, even when it feels out of reach. Here are a few key takeaways. 1. Dreams are often tested by trials. Joseph's dreams weren't fulfilled immediately. In fact, they were tested by some of the darkest moments of his life. But that testing was part of the process. Just because your dreams haven't come true yet doesn't mean they won't. 2. Perseverance is key. It's easy to give up when things get tough. But Joseph's perseverance, his refusal to abandon his faith, is what led him to his ultimate success. Your circumstances don't define your destiny. Your faith and perseverance do. 3. Forgiveness leads to freedom. Joseph's ability to forgive his brothers showed his strength of character. Holding on to grudges will only weigh you down. Forgiveness isn't about letting the other person off the hook. It's about freeing yourself. 4. God has a bigger plan. Joseph's story is a powerful reminder that God's plan for our lives is often bigger and more complex than we can see. Our setbacks and disappointments may be the very things that set us up for greater success and fulfillment. Joseph's journey is a reminder that our lives are often filled with twists and turns. Dreams may seem impossible, setbacks may come, but through perseverance, faith, and forgiveness, our destiny can still be fulfilled. No matter where you are in your journey, remember this. Just like Joseph, you are never truly lost. Your dreams are still in the making, and God's plan for your life is unfolding in ways you can't yet imagine. If Joseph's story inspired you, take a moment to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more powerful Bible stories. Share your dreams and challenges with us. I'd love to hear how Joseph's perseverance resonates with you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay faithful to your journey, knowing that your destiny is always within reach.